Hello everyone, good evening. Today we will talk about habits in our daily life. So please open your book to page 130. So staying healthy. We want to have a healthy life, so we need to take care of some things. And first one, match the words in each set. 我们要连连看. So please spend 1 minute to write about A. We will check answers. 请写第一部分 A 部分，连连看。So I would like to check answers with you, and I would like to help you. Relax. Can I talk to Jennifer? 杨静芬.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, so Jennifer, please help me with number 1.
1, wash your hands.
Great. Second.
2, go to the gym.
Yes, go to the gym. 3.
Skip breakfast.
Yes, skip means that you don't do it. For example, skip class 叫翘课. Skip breakfast means you don't eat breakfast.
Yes.
Let's continue. Number 4.
Number 4, eat snacks.
Yes.
Brush your teeth.
Yes.
Use mouthwash.
Yes. So maybe it's 漱口水. 7.
Okay. Avoid red meat.
Yes. 如果心脏比较不好的人呢，可以不要吃红肉. 8.
Get 8 hours of sleep.
8个小时的睡眠. And 9.
9, take vitamin.
Yes, take a vitamin. 因为呢，吃营养品呢和吃药呢，并不是说很好吃，不叫 eat，所以我们用 take 摄取，好，摄取的意思。Number 10.
Do yoga.
Yes, 做瑜伽。
Okay. Ride a bike.
Yes.
12, drink sugar-free soda.
Yes, 什么 free 呢？就是说没有 sugar free 呢，就是说没有糖的。那我们要说，就是免费的，我们叫 free of charge. Thank you, Jennifer. Very good. 我们完成了 A 部分 ，B 部分。In your opinion, are the things in A good for your health, bad for your health, or do they make no difference? Complete the chart, then compare your opinions with the partner. A 部分呢，有很多小小的策略，那你觉得这样是健康的，还是不健康的，还是没差 ？Make no difference，请花1分钟填一下，然后你有想到的话，也可以再增加下去。Okay, we will check 1 minute. 华翠芬
Yes.
Julia, can you talk about what are healthy?
Healthy, I think, is wash your hands, go to the gym, brush your teeth, use mouthwash, and
Ride a bike. Do you think
yeah,
so? Ride a bike.
ride a bike, do yoga, and take vitamins. And get
drink
8 hours of sleep.
Drink a sugar-free soda.
No, I don't think so. It's
Oh,
unhealthy.
why do you think so? Sugar-free soda is not healthy?
Because it also is a soda.
Oh,
Soda is not
healthy because there is additive 有人工添加剂 additive. Oh, that's true. So it's better water, right?
Yeah, water is the best.
So what is unhealthy?
Unhealthy is skip breakfast and eat snacks.
Oh,
And
and
drink sugar-free soda.
and eat red meat, right?
Snack. Yeah. And
Okay.
eat snacks.
So what makes no difference? 没差。
I think no difference is makes no difference is avoid red meat
meat.
because it
Oh,
depend personal person.
needs
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
needs 个人需求。也缺铁的人就要 red meat，对不对？缺血的人。Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I think yoga is good, but it takes a lot of time. You have to do it every day or very regularly，非常的有规律的，对不对？So can I ask you, what do you do for healthy life?
Keep a smooth and happy. I
Oh,
think,
have a good mood.
yeah,
Have a
it's
good
important.
mood and be happy. Do you see my typing? 你有没有看到我打字？A good mood. 在那个
Yeah.
聊天室，我没有打完。A good mood and be happy. Yeah, that's true. If you are happy, you are more likely to be healthy. 所以心情好很重要哦。And also, it's very important to be happy for your family. If you are not happy, your family cannot be happy either, right?
Yeah.
所以你快乐，你的家人才会快乐。That's very important. Hey, thank you. Hey, that's a very important point. 很重要哦。好，Thank you, Julia. See you later. Thank you. And now I would like to invite Sue to read the green one for me. Sue, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Sue,
Green.
how are you?
Fine, but I feel cold.
Oh,
Now.
you are cold. Can you
Yeah.
dress more? 你可以穿多一点啊。
Oh, yes. Of course.
Do you have a coat? 干脆就把外套穿上去，比较不会。真的，我在想，if it's too cold, I'll put a heater。我准备一个小小的热毯，如果太冷，我就放在我的肩膀。But
Oh.
it's not very cold in my room。如果说你肩膀酸的人，你可以放一个小小的电毯，因为它有那个带子可以绑，你会绑在那个肩膀，其实很舒服，看电视很舒服。哎，So can you read the green one for me? Okay, I will
Green.
read the blue. Yeah, I go to the gym and drink sugar-free soda.
I go to the gym too, but I think sugar-free soda is unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy. I try to drink water instead.
Yeah, Julia also talked about that. Actually, there are a lot of additives 很人工的东西。好 Thank you. Now I would like to play CD. Please help me.
Way too much of it. When I'm at work,
So can you hear the CD?
Yes.
Great, thank you. So now we listen to the CD. Some guy is talking about his habit. David is talking about some of his habits. What does he say? And he does too much. For example, number one, he drinks how many cups of coffee? Two, 看 B 的部分呢，我们要把它填进去。He doesn't 怎么样 enough 呢？ He never 怎么样呢？ He takes 什么东西呢？然后 he exercises, for example 怎么样呢？所以我们要把它填进去 B 部分。我们会听2遍，先第一遍先听完。
I have a problem with coffee, I think. I drink way too much of it. When I'm at work, I'd say I drink at least 5 or 6 cups a day. It's become a habit, I guess. And the problem is that if I don't drink coffee during the day, I start to feel really tired. I think it has an effect on my sleep, too. I almost never get 8 hours of sleep. Usually I get 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Then, of course, the next day I feel tired and I drink more coffee. And well, you get the picture. But otherwise, I'm really healthy. I never eat snacks between meals. I take vitamins every day, and I rarely get sick. I also do quite a lot of exercise. I ride a bike, I play soccer sometimes, so I keep pretty fit. I have a few other bad habits too, but I'm not going to tell you about those.
OK，文中呢，他有提到 you get the picture，就是说你知道结果怎么样？因为这样，然后呢，我就睡不够，我就会很 tired 的，我就会 drink more coffee。所以你就知道结果怎么样，就是越来越糟。所以 you get the picture means that you understand what happened. We will listen again and check the answer.
I have a problem with coffee, I think. I drink way too much of it. When I'm at work, I'd say I drink at least 5 or 6 cups a day. It's become a habit, I guess. And the problem is that if I don't drink coffee during the day, I start to feel really tired. I think it has an effect on my sleep, too. I almost never get 8 hours of sleep. Usually I get 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Then, of course, the next day I feel tired and I drink more coffee. And well, you get the picture. But otherwise, I'm really healthy. I never eat snacks between meals. I take vitamins every day, and I rarely get sick. I also do quite a lot of exercise. I ride a bike, I play soccer sometimes, so I keep pretty fit. I have a few other bad habits too, but I'm not going to tell you about those.
So we'll check our answer. Can I talk to Stan? S-T-A-N, Stan. Huang Anyu here.
Yes.
Hey, Anyu, how are you?
Yes, it's quite good.
Good. And can you tell me the answers about David? He drinks
Maybe 5 or 6 cup of coffee.
Yes. Great, 5 or 6. He doesn't
Sleep enough.
sleep enough. We have very good listening. Good. He neither
I think he never get 8 hours sleep. Is it?
and never. And also he never eats what? Snacks.
Yes, next year, yeah.
Yes. And he takes
It takes vitamins.
vitamin
Vitamin.
every day. And he exercises. For example, he
ride a bike and play soccer.
Great. So that's good habits, right? And
Yes.
do you hear? You get the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So you understand you get a picture means, right?
Yes.
So that means what? Can you tell me?
Means, you can imagine what's gonna be happen.
Yeah, that's
Like
great.
this.
Like this. So
Yeah.
it's getting worse and worse. Drink more and
Yes.
more. So then can you tell me some of your habits, no matter good or not?
Some habits, I think, it's reading. Yes, reading.
You like reading.
Yes.
Can you tell me what kind of books?
Any kind of book.
Oh,
Some.
do you really read the books or just
Yeah.
watch YouTube?
No, I don't like because YouTube is too short to let you remember what's important. You gotta just okay, I got it, but maybe 2 hours later you will forget what the key point.
Oh, really? So you like
Yeah.
a real books?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. That's great. So in addition to reading, what do you like to do every day, like a routine, 惯例, routine?
Just exercise. I think exercise. Yeah, I will
What
work
kind of
out.
exercise?
Yeah.
What kind of exercise?
I will work out in my room. There's a place for like small gym exercise in my room.
Oh, take a walk. Or walking machine.
Yeah, I have
Walking
some a
machine.
little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's very healthy. And do you suggest anything about healthy life? You think if people want to get healthy, what do they need to do?
Maybe I think it's try to how can I say? Don't use too much cell phone. I think you like gonna be better maybe.
It's my problem too.
Yeah, everyone's problem.
Yeah, I use for a
Yeah.
couple hours. Yeah. And what kind of food do people need to eat? Yeah, like a healthy food.
Yeah,
What
the
kind
healthy
of
food.
food?
Healthy food is a little bit boring, and you will not enjoy your life. So yeah, you can try get some garbage food. It's
Yeah,
fine.
sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes. Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not always. True. Thank you. So sounds you are a happy man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sudan. Talk
Okay,
to you
thank
later.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, just mention about we need to be very healthy, happy. Happy is a very important thing in our life. Good mood and I think it's very important to find something you really enjoy doing. If you like to do something every day and keep yourself healthy and happy, it's very important. For example, I like to play with my cats, and that's really happy for me. Also like to teach English, so I'm doing happy things right now. And now we would like to listen to the conversation. Wait for me.
Month. When you drink a can of soda, you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar.
Sue, can you hear the CD?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Now let's listen to the CD and try to think about their conversation, and then we will practice later. Thank you.
Do you want a soda?
Just water, thanks. I don't drink soda anymore.
Really? Why not?
I saw a TV show about it last month. When you drink a can of soda, you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar.
Wow. Well, I have some sugar-free soda.
Oh, someone told me that's even worse. I don't think sugar substitutes are good for your health.
Okay, but I only have tap water. Is that okay?
You know, I'm not that thirsty actually.
Okay. Let's look at blue. So apparently means 很明显地，很明显地，很明显地，它不是很好，或是它很明显的它更糟。好，所以等一下练习的时候，你可以用蓝色的字代替。We will listen again and try to practice the pronunciation. 我们学习它的发音，还有语调。Listen carefully.
Do you want a soda?
Just
That's
water,
fine,
thanks. I don't drink soda anymore.
Really?
Really?
Why
Why
not?
not?
I saw a TV show about it last month. When you drink a can of soda, you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar.
Wow. Well, I have some sugar-free soda.
Oh, someone told me that's even worse. I don't think sugar substitutes are good for your health.
Okay, but I only have tap water. Is that okay?
You know, I'm not that thirsty, actually.
Tap water 呢 ，tap 呢就是拍一下。那我们的水龙头不是拍一下呢 ？Tap water 呢就是水龙头的水。他说我只有水龙头的水，他就说其实我也不太渴。他其实不想喝水龙头的水，因为其实也有点脏。好I would like to invite friends. Can I invite Sharon? 玉慧。
I'm here.
Hi. Can I invite Alice? 梦婷。
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. 梦婷 is A, please.
Do you want a soda? Just water, thanks. I don't drink soda anymore. Really? Why not? I saw a TV show about it last month. When you drink a can of soda, you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar. Wow. Well, I have some sugar-free soda. Oh, someone told me that's even worse. I don't think sugar
Substitutes.
substitutes are good for your health. Okay, but I only have tap water. Is that okay? You know, I'm not that thirsty actually.
Thank you to girls today. So I would like to talk to Sharon. Do you
Yes.
drink what kind of drink do you prefer?
I like water too.
Yeah. Oh, good girl.
Yeah.
You don't never spend money to buy anything. Any
Sometimes, but in my daily, I just drink water more.
So
Yes.
in addition to water, what kind of drink you may drink?
Sugar-free drink.
Oh yeah, actually
I don't like sugar.
I don't like a sugar either. So usually I drink water too. But you know, in front of Chengda, there are some juice store, so they can
Yes.
make a juice for you, and then you can say, no sugar. And it's very healthy. Actually, I buy them pretty often. Thank you.
Okay.
How about Alice? What kind of drink do you prefer?
I like milk tea.
Oh, milk tea. Me too. I like a milk tea. Do you put sugar?
No.
You don't? I try
Yes.
not sometimes, but sometimes I just want to make, how to say? Sometimes I need a little bit sugar, you know, if when you are hungry,
No, yes,
血糖太低.
Mm.
So I sometimes put a little bit sugar, but yeah, milk tea is quite healthy actually. I don't think it's not healthy, but according to experts, caffeine depends on the time you make it. 就是咖啡因呢，如果你泡太久，你的咖啡因就会太多。有时候我的茶袋就放在那边 so actually it's not good. You have to put it away. 把 tea bag put away， 这样子你才不会一直有沉淀咖啡因在里面。I would like to ask Alice, what kind of habits are healthy for you, or you recommend? What kind of healthy habits?
I usually do yoga twice a week, so I think do a yoga is a good healthy.
Wow, that's great. What kind of food do you suggest?
Vegetable.
Salad or just fried vegetable? 炒青菜 or
烫青菜.
oh, you just boiling.
Boil 就是水煮的那种.
You are such a healthy girl. Oh my god. So interesting. Oh, when I study in Western country, and Western people don't eat 炒青菜, you know. They don't have 炒锅 ，they only bake。要么就是烤的，要么就是soup，他们也很少 soup。So so in the long run, I just eat a salad because it's very convenient. However, after I come back to Taiwan, I found maybe it's not healthy because maybe there is chemical left there. 没有煮可能会有一些化学的东西，还有 maybe there are worms 有虫。So in Taiwan, I don't eat the salad. I just like you said, I just boil with water. Thank you, girls. You girls are so healthy. Thank you. We'll practice one more time and continue. Can I talk to Joyce? Yes. And can I talk to Roy? 易婷. 易婷 here? I cannot hear you. Can I talk to Ariel? No. Can I talk to Leo? Hi, Yishan. Hi, Leo. Leo, can you read A and Joyce B, please?
Do you want a soda?
Water, thanks. I don't drink soda anymore.
Really? Why not?
I saw a TV show about it last month. When you drink a can of soda, you can add teaspoons of sugar.
Wow, well, I have some sugar-free soda.
Oh, someone told me that's even worse. I don't think sugar substitutes are good for your health.
Okay, but I only have tap water. Is that okay?
You know, I'm not that dirty actually.
Oh, thank you, girls, guys and girls. And so, 我们来念一下哈，代糖就是代替的代叫 substitute， 所以代糖叫 sugar substitute。然后呢，消耗我们呢消耗了多少，或是我们吃了多少，我们叫 consume。那说到消费者呢，就加 r，consumer， 消费者。还有一个字呢，他说我其实没有那么的口渴，我就说 I am not that thirsty actually. I am not that thirsty. 那个呢就是那么的。I'm not that thirsty actually. 很好玩。他就说哦，没有，我没有很渴。好 ，Thank you. 我们请Sue帮我念那个蓝色部分。
I try to avoid eating fast food. It's really unhealthy.
Yeah, me too. I also avoid drinking too much coffee. I try. I drink one maybe. Thank you. So can we continue? 132页 Healthy choices. Discussing hygiene. Hygiene 叫卫生 hygiene. Hygiene. Hygiene 卫生。So now hygiene is a big issue, especially the pandemic of COVID-19. We have to be very careful about personal hygiene and public hygiene. 个人卫生还有公共卫生都很重要。Read the information. What's the best method for drying your hands? Why? 好，我们有3种方法呢 ，drying our hands。那我们现在要看哪一个比较好 ？Wait for me.
Don't dry your hands properly, harmful microbes can spread. But research shows that the method you choose to dry your hands
Sue, can you hear the CD?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. So we will listen and read and try to think about which one is the best way.
Hand drying is an important part of the hand washing process. If you don't dry your hands properly, harmful microbes can spread. But research shows that the method you choose to dry your hands is also important.
Jet air dryer, warm air dryer, paper towel. Okay. So after 12.4, they talk about these 3 ways. Now we will listen to 12.5. 在我们听到专家讲之前呢，请大家稍微想一想 ，jet air dryer 就是风切，有没有那个风切过来，用这样切的方式。然后呢是暖暖的风 dryer， 一个是 paper towel。你觉得哪一个比较好呢？我们要听专家，你先想一想，然后我们再听专家讲。好，再看到蓝色的部分的第6行 ，microbes 叫微生物或是细菌就好了哈，微生物或细菌。那哪一个会用哪一种方法呢？可能 microbes can spray， 就是会传播 ，spray 传播。然后你是选哪一个呢？好，我们现在看12.5。After the expert washed her hands, she always uses 第一题，他都用什么？这个专家 expert 都用什么 ？Second, if you don't dry your hands at all， 如果你一点都不弄干你的手，会怎么样
？And drying. Most people know that washing your hands with soap is important to help prevent the spread of diseases. However, not many people consider hand drying. After I wash my hands, I always use a paper towel, if there is one. Let me tell you why. Even after washing your hands, there are still some microbes left on your hands. With wet hands, for example, if you choose not to dry your hands at all, germs can spread very easily when you touch things. The problem with a warm air dryer is that it may not make your hands completely dry. A jet air dryer can dry your hands quite well, but they can also blow the germs off your hands and spread them around the washroom. So, a simple paper towel is much more hygienic. If you use a paper towel, germs don't get blown around, and your hands will be nice and dry.
Okay, we have answer now. 再听一遍，然后把它写进去哦，哈，写答案写进去。
Most people know that washing your hands with soap is important to help prevent the spread of diseases.
With soap， 有肥皂的话呢，会可以防止。
However, not many people consider hand drying.
但是没有人想到呢，把手弄干也很重要哦。
After I wash my hands, I always use a paper towel, if there is one.
有听到答案吗？
Let me tell you why. Even after washing your hands, there are still some microbes left on your hands. With wet hands, for example, if you choose not to dry your hands at all, germs can spread very easily when you touch things. The problem with a warm air dryer is that it may not make your hands completely dry. A jet air dryer can dry your hands quite well, but they can also blow the germs off your hands and spread them around the washroom. So, a simple paper towel is much more hygienic. If you use a paper towel, germs don't get blown around, and your hands will be nice and dry.
Okay, let's check the answer. Before we check the answer, let's talk about the disadvantage of a jet air dryer. 听到jet air dryer 有什么缺点？ Warm air dryer 有什么缺点呢？不知道你有没有听到 ？So, do you remember the jet air dryer? The problem. If you use jet air dryer, and the dryer will blow, 会吹 blow the microbes to spread to the washroom. 它会把那个细菌吹到那个整个洗手间，因为它的风很强，它那个切风很强，所以它是说，jet air dryer can blow microbes and spread the microbes to washroom. 好，等一下我们再听最后一遍，你能够接到这些字就很棒。好，会吹那个 blow blow。好，那你有没有听到 what's the problem of warm air dryer？ 有点难哦，我是问中文的。对，好，没关系，我们先对答案。好 ，So can you tell me about number one？
After the expert washed her hands, she always used paper towel.
towel 本来的意思是毛巾。好，那 paper towel 就是纸巾。再来 number two。
If you don't dry your hands at all, germs can spread very easily.
When you touch things. 好，对，所以如果你都不洗手的话呢 ，germs germs 呢就 spread easily。好，那我们呢，等一下再进阶一下哈，就是他们的 problem 是什么呢？就是你要听到 blow blow， 你要听到 spread spread， 好，散播，然后你要听到 not completely dry， 没有完全干，所以呢 warm air dryer 呢 not completely dry。 好，我们要再听最后一遍。
People consider hand drying. Most people know that washing your hands with soap is important to help prevent the spread of diseases. However, not many people consider hand drying. After I wash my hands, I always use a paper towel, if there is one. Let me tell you why. Even after washing your hands, there are still some microbes left on your hands. With wet hands, for example, if you choose not to dry your hands at all, germs can spread very easily when you touch things. The problem with a warm air dryer is that it may not make your hands completely dry.
素有没有听到？Not completely dry.
Yes.
Great.
Germs can spread very easily when you touch things. The problem with a warm air dryer is that it may not make your hands completely dry. A jet air dryer can dry your hands quite well, but they can also blow the germs off.
Blow. Do you hear blow? Blow.
Yes.
吹 Great.
May not make your hands completely dry. A jet air dryer can dry your hands quite well, but they can also blow the germs off your hands and spread them around the washroom.
And spread around to the washroom.
So, a simple paper towel is much more hygienic. If you use a paper towel, germs don't get blown around, and your hands will be nice and dry.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy and improve your listening. Now we will read. First. So please read after me. If you drink a can of soda,
If you drink a can of soda,
you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar.
you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar.
你就吃了8个茶匙的糖。You consume 8 teaspoons of water.
You consume 8 teaspoons of water.
If you drink a can of soda.
If you drink a can of soda.
好，我分析一下句情。首先第一句呢叫做子句，时间副词子句，所以逗点。如果怎么样的时候，然后呢后面这一句才是主要子句。You consume 8 teaspoons of water. 所以主要子句呢就好像妈妈一样，妈妈如果放在后面的话呢，表示前面是一个附带条件，它要逗点。但是妈妈的放在前面的话呢，不用，后面那个叫子句嘛，好，附属子句就不用逗点了，好，所以当你在讲话的时候呢，你会把主要子句呢放比较重的音，然后呢，副词子句比较轻一点，所以我在念的时候会说 ，If you drink a can of soda, you consume 8 teaspoons of sugar. 所以那个 soda 我把它高起来，因为我还没讲完，它只是一个附属的条件。You consume 8 teaspoons of sugar if you drink a can of soda. 好，所以呢，这就是一个小小的文法，但是你怎么讲都可以，在绘画里面看不到逗点，所以没有关系。So let's continue. What happens if you dry your hands with a warm air dryer?
What happens when you dry your hands with a warm air dryer?
好，当我们要问一个问题说，那如果我这样子做会怎么样呢？你就会说 What happens 会怎么样？然后如果我怎么样的话，那你相反过来也可以。如果我怎么样的话，会怎么样吗？好 ，If you dry your hands with a warm air dryer.
If you dry your hands with a warm dryer.
Happens.
What happens?
那会发生什么事吗？ When I dry my hands, I use a paper towel.
When I dry my hands, I use a paper towel.
Whenever I dry my hands, I use a paper towel.
Whenever I dry my hands, I use a paper towel.
Whenever.
Whenever.
Whenever. Yes. Every time I dry my hands, I use a paper towel.
Every time I dry my hands, I use a paper towel.
Great. 好，我们 anyone, let's come back. Please open your book to page 133. 133页。我们要write the words and phrases in the correct order to make sentences. Please refer to these phrases and make a sentence for me. D1, D2, T3. And 1 minute, we will check the answers. 请看第一部分，第1到3题，写下句子。Is Tina here? 兰婷。
Yes, good evening, teacher.
Hi, good evening, Tina. How are you?
I'm good today.
Great. Sounds very happy. Tina, so can you make the first sentence for me?
Okay.
When you
take a hot bath, it relaxes your whole body.
Relaxes.
Relaxes your whole body.
That's true. I like a hot bath every day. Number 2.
If you eat a healthy breakfast, it gives you energy for a day.
Gives.
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 It gives.
Great. Number 3. your muscles
Just wait. Your muscle.
get stronger.
Yeah. Your muscles get stronger if you lift weight regularly.
But you have to be very careful when you lift weights.
Yes.
You need some coach, otherwise you will hurt your body. So be careful. Tina, what do you do for healthy life?
I like swinging and playing badminton.
Wow, I like badminton. If you are here, let me know. 如果你来成大的话，要跟我讲。Let's play badminton. I love it. That's good. That's very good. And what do you eat for healthy life?
I like eat the vegetables, and if I eat meal, I like less salty and less oil.
Oh, say that again, please. You like what's talkie?
Less salty,少盐, less
less
salty
salt.
and less oil.
Less
Less
salt.
salt. Less salt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Less salt and less oil. Very healthy girl. Thank you. Talk to you later. You are a happy girl. I can feel it. Thank you. And now we will listen to 12.7. 我们听12.7呢 complete the information using the correct forms of the words. Listen and check your answers. 好，它有，譬如说，它有挂号 contain，那你要加 s 啊，还是 ing 啊，还是什么呢？然后呢 it kill doesn't kill，还是 didn't kill，还是 do kill，我们要稍微把那个时态弄清楚。Wait for me, please.
Contain at least 60% alcohol.
Okay. Sue, can you hear the CD?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, Sue. So hand sanitizers are everywhere these days, but are they a good thing? Sanitizer 叫做你们手的除菌的，哈，就是除菌。Okay, let's listen carefully，然后把字填好。
Hand sanitizers are everywhere these days, but are they a good thing? In short, yes, but be careful. Any hand sanitizer should contain at least 60% alcohol. If it contains less, it doesn't kill harmful bacteria. Hand sanitizers are certainly convenient, but they should not replace regular hand washing. For example, if your hands are very dirty, it's much better to wash them with soap and water. Also, be careful not to use hand sanitizers too often. When you overuse sanitizer, the alcohol dries out your skin.
Okay, so we'll listen again and then try to write the correct answer.
Hand sanitizers are everywhere these days, but are they a good thing? In short, yes, but be careful. Any hand sanitizer should contain at least 60% alcohol. If it contains less, it doesn't kill harmful bacteria. Hand sanitizers are certainly convenient, but they should not replace regular hand washing. For example, if your hands are very dirty, it's much better to wash them with soap and water. Also, be careful not to use hand sanitizers too often. When you overuse sanitizer, the alcohol dries out your skin.
So we'll check the answers. Can I talk to Nelly? Nelly 佩欣.
Yeah.
Hi, 佩欣. Can you read it for me? Ensure hand sanitizer.
Insureds, yes, but
Sorry. Actually, from hand sanitizers are everywhere.
Okay. Hand sanitizers are everywhere these days, but are they a good thing? In short,
Sanitizer.
sanitizers
In
are
short.
everywhere these days, but are they a good thing? In short, yes, but be careful. Any hand sanitizer should contain at least 60% alcohol. If it contains less, it doesn't kill harmful bacteria. Hand sanitizers are certainly convenient, but they should not replace regular hand washing. For example, if your hands are very dirty, it is much better to wash them with soap and water. Also, be careful not to use hand sanitizers too often. When you overuse sanitizer, the alcohol dries out your skin.
Yes. Do you use sanitizer? Do you use hand sanitizer?
Sometimes.
So, after you overuse the sanitizer, do you feel your hands are too dry?
A little.
A little, okay. So, because 60% alcohol is not very helpful for your skin, but it's for hygiene. So sometimes use, but not always.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nelly. Hey, Nelly, can I ask you a question about your microphone? I found your microphone is quite good. What kind of microphone do you use?
I don't know. I buy.
What kind of microphone do you use?
What kind of?
Yeah. 是耳麦吗？
另外接的，另外去买。
Very expensive, right? It's not very
remember maybe 200.
Oh, that's very cheap. 200, 200.
200 or 3, I forgot.
Oh, so that's not expensive at all. Oh, really? Can you 私赖给我好吗？ I found the pronunciation is very clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nelly.
Thank you.
Let's continue. 所以呢sanitizer 好像 tiger 那个 tie 有没有 ？sanitizer 叫做消毒剂或是除菌剂。And now please look at 134 134页 A simple solution. So we'll listen to, let me see. Sue, would you please read after me?
Sure.
Thank you. 第二行 Global Hand Washing Day.
Global Hand Washing Day.
We think washing hands is very simple, and then we often do that. But in some countries, they don't do it often because they don't have water. And maybe they don't have water to drink, so they don't have water to wash. So we have a Global Hand Washing Day. 全球洗手日。看到今天的重点，第二段蓝色的字哈，蓝色字的前面呢哈 ，reducing
flu。reducing
flu 呢叫做流感 ，reducing 减少流感。cholera 霍乱 cholera 霍乱。好，再看右边 spread 就是传播。好，再看 spread 下面的地方哈 ，diarrhea H 不发音 diarrhea 拉肚子 diarrhea
diarrhea.
看到 diarrhea 的下一行哦 respiratory 呼吸道 respiratory infection 感染，所以就是呼吸道感染。下面 prevents 预防，然后它有一个文法哦 prevent 名词 from VING 好，所以我们一起念 prevents babies from getting sick
Prevents babies from getting sick.
就是预防对象是 babies， 然后呢，预防什么事情加 from VING from getting sick。下面最后一行 occur as frequently as you might think。
Occurred as frequently as you might think.
就是经常的，像你想象的那么的长。可它的上面是否定，就不是你想象的那么长。好，右边呢第5行 childhood 童年 childhood 童年。好，这一段最后一行 aims to do 就是目标所要达成，这就是他们所要达成的目标 aims 就是目标。下面这一段的中间 cricketing 锤球，就是铁锤的锤，锤球好像是木，忘了。好，锤球 cricket。好，这一段的最后一行 affected affected 所影响到的，影响到的。好，那下一段呢？倒数第2行第一个字a regular part 一个经常性的部分，就是一个经常的一个规律的。最后一个字 vital 重要的。我们一边听一边看，因为听的时候呢，老师不方便解释，学生听不到，我们就先一次听完再来解释。
Take part in Global Hand Washing Day. But why dedicate a day to...
So can you hear the CD?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. 如果遇到不会的单词，等一下再一起讨论哦。
A simple solution. Each October 15, over 200 million people around the world take part in Global Hand Washing Day. But why dedicate a day to something we do all the time? Well, research shows that not enough people regularly wash their hands with soap. Experts believe that this leads to the deaths of millions of people every year. Miriam Sidibe says that soap is the most beautiful invention in public health. As a public health expert, Sidibe knows that washing your hands with soap can have a huge impact on reducing flu, cholera, and the spread of other diseases. It can reduce diarrhea by half and respiratory infections by 1/3. Hand washing with soap prevents babies from getting sick and keeps children healthy and in school. However, washing hands with soap does not occur as frequently as you might think. This is partly due to a lack of resources in poorer countries. But it's also because for many people, hand washing is simply not part of their everyday routine. It's not easy to get people to change habits they've had since early childhood. But this is what Global Hand Washing Day aims to do. In 2008, the Indian cricket team joined around 100 million Indian schoolchildren in washing their hands to promote the first ever Global Hand Washing Day. Every year since then, the campaign has held many different events around the world. In 2014, Global Hand Washing Day was used in the fight against Ebola, with events held in affected African countries. Today, local and national leaders continue to use the day to spread the message about the value of clean hands. The hope is that hand washing can become a regular part of people's lives and make a vital difference to the health of millions around the world.
Okay, let's look at the first paragraph. 第一行的地方。So October 15 is the Global Hand Washing Day. Second line to 第二行哈，take part in 参加 take part in 参加。But why dedicate a day to something we do all the time? 为什么要这么精心的策划呢 ？Dedicate 叫精心策划。Dedicate a day to something we do. 我们每天都在洗手，干嘛要精心策划一个 ？Well，就是你讲话的转折语。Research shows that not enough people regularly wash their hands with soap. 可是呢，研究发现呢，不是足够的人呢。Regularly wash 就是经常性的洗手，然后用肥皂。有的人就随便洗洗，也没有用肥皂。Experts believe that this leads to the deaths of millions of people every year. 可是专家却发现呢，相信呢，这样的情形会导致 leads to 会导致呢。好几百个人的死亡，每一年。好 says the soap was the most beautiful invention in public health. 这位专家就说呢，肥皂呢是最漂亮的发明物 invention in public health 在公共卫生，公共卫生、公共健康。Invention in public health. As a public health expert, 当一个公共卫生专家呢，Saidab knows that washing your hands with soap can have a huge impact on reducing flu. 如果洗手的话呢，用肥皂洗手呢，会有一个很大的影响 ，impact 影响，在什么方面用 on reducing flu 在减少流感，还有呢减少霍乱。cholera 不知道，我们台湾应该早就没有霍乱了。And the spread of other diseases， 还有呢其他疾病的传播。It can reduce diarrhea by half, and 它可以减少一半的，因为 diarrhea 是拉肚子，其实就是有脏东西在胃里面，所以呢可以减少50%哦。Respiratory infection 呼吸道的感染，减少1/3，用 by。好 ，by 在 1/3，减少1/3。Hand washing keeps children healthy and in school. 好，保持学生健康。我们的文法学起来 ，keep someone healthy。 keep you healthy, keep me healthy. However, 但是呢 washing hands with soap doesn't occur as frequently as you might think. 其实呢，用肥皂洗手也不是像你想象的那么经常。Partly due to a lack of resources in poor countries. Partly 有一部分的呢 due to 由于呢资源的缺乏，叫 a lack of resources， 资源的缺乏，在比较贫穷的国家。But it's also because for many people, hand washing is simply not part of their everyday routine. 但是呢，也不是只有资源缺乏的国家，有一些人他就是觉得hand washing 就不是他每天的例行公事，他没有那么习惯。It's not easy to get people to change habits they have had since early childhood. 非常重要是他童年时期的教育。如果他童年时期呢就没有这样的习惯，那你就非常难改变他的习惯 habit。But this is what Global Hand Washing Day aims to do. 这也就是呢，国际洗手日呢想要做的事情。In 2008, the India cricket team joined around 100 million Indian school children in washing their hands. 好，槌球队呢就有1亿的印度学龄儿童呢在洗手。Promote the first ever global hand washing day. Promote 促进，好，来促进第一次的全球洗手日。Every year since then, the campaign has held many different events around the world. Campaign 呢叫做这样的活动，哈，这样的活动。Campaign has held 已经举行很多的events 活动 around the world 在世界各地。In 2014, Global Hand Washing Day was used in the fight against Ebola. The fight against Ebola 对抗伊波拉。所以这个句型记起来 ，in the fight against Ebola. With events held in affected African countries, affected 影响，然后在这里是被动式，被影响到，被伊波拉影响到的非洲国家。Today, local and national leaders continue to use the day to spread the message around the value of clean hands. 好，当地的还有呢国家的领导者 continue to use 继续来使用这一天 spread the message， 我们要散播这样的讯息。So the hope is that hand washing can become a regular part of people's lives. 希望呢，洗手可以变成一个经常性的活动 ，make a vital difference to the health of millions around the world. 希望呢，我们能改变很大的不同，对于健康。好。所以我们跟树再练一下单字哈，这些单词都是我们很好用的。第二行，树跟我念一下哈 ，take part in，
take part in
Global Hand Washing Day，
Global Hand Washing Day
dedicate，
dedicate
下面两行 regularly wash，
regularly wash
leads to。
leads to
下面第二段第二行 beautiful invention
beautiful invention
in public health。
in public health
第四行这一段哈 have a huge impact on
have a huge impact on
reducing flu,
reducing flu,
cholera,
cholera,
the spread of other diseases。 cholera 后面 cholera 后面 the
and
spread
the spread of others disease
disease is
diseases
reduce diarrhea
reduce diarrhea
by half,
by half,
respiratory infections,
respiratory impact
respiratory respiratory
respiratory
infection.
infection
Very good. By 1/3,
by 1/3,
1/3 prevents babies from getting sick.
prevents babies from getting sick,
Keeps children healthy.
keeps children healthy,
好，最后一行 frequently。
frequently,
好，右边第一行 due to a lack of resources in poorer countries.
due to a lack of resources in poorer countries,
poorer
poorer,
比较贫穷的。第三行 routine。
routine,
第四行 habits。
habits,
好，最后一行 aims to do。
aims to do,
好 cricket team。
cricket,
第三行 promote。
promote,
第四行 campaign。
campaign,
骗人家的骗 campaign。
campaign,
Very good， 很好叫 campaign。 好，在下面两行 in the fight against Ebola。
in the fight against Ebola,
同一行 affected African countries。
affected African countries,
好，倒数第二行 a vital difference。 a vital difference。
a vital difference,
好，下面的小字哈 flu
flu,
cholera
cholera,
diarrhea
diarrhea,
respiratory infection。
respiratory infection,
瑞先用瑞哈
respiratory,
respiratory 对，要把它分开，我们要 然后 respiratory 这样子哈 respiratory infections。
infection.
Good， 好，我们学到好多单词了。我们今天几乎是最后一堂我上的课，当然我们要继续上了哈，只是今天会上比较多，然后下次就是同学的 present。希望同学有问题的话可以问我，然后能够跟各位同学分享。等一下我们再回来造句。现在请看139页。139页的地方呢，我们要学习 presentation， 这就是同学下礼拜和下下礼拜要做的事情。 好 ，model presentation，它提供了一个 model 让你可以学习哈。Complete the transcript of the presentation using the words in the box。他说，transcript 就是草稿哈，用这些字填下去哈，然后素请跟我念一下 background。这个框框的字等一下填进去哈 ，background 就是背景 ，believe 相信 ，heavy 很重的 ，if maybe opinion 我的意见哈 ，picture safe second should space 空间 take 好 let me tell you about my neighborhood. It's a place called Wellington. Here you can see that it's quite a beautiful place. There is a lot of green space, and it's a really nice place to live. But it has a problem. 什么 problem 呢？大家要想看看哦。好，所以请你填一下，不会的先把它空下来，然后我们就会有剩一个字，你就会了。我们要边请同学来对答案。I would like to help you, so please relax. 蔡佩珍 ，Jenny。
Yes.
Hey, Jenny, can you help me with the first paragraph? Let me tell you about.
Sorry, I don't know where to go on.
哦，139页 ，Let me tell you about my neighborhood， 有没有？好，有没有看到139页？有，好，开始。好
Let me tell you about my neighborhood. It is a place called Wellington.
Wellington.
Wellington. Here you can see that it is quite a beautiful place. There is a lot of green background.
Space.
space.
非常绿地的意思，绿地哈 ，green space。And
it is a really nice place to live. But it has a problem.
Take a look.
Take a look. Take a look at this photograph. It is a
picture. It is a picture.
It is a picture of Market Street in the morning. You can see that the traffic is really
heavy.
Heavy.
非常繁重 heavy. Heavy.
Now, in the picture,
in the background of the image,
you can see a school bus. The road is right outside our local school.
Very good. Thank you. 你的英文很好，不用紧张。Thank you. I would like to invite Max 瑞中 can continue. If children. Max, are you here? I cannot hear Max. Okay. I will change another one. Can I invite Joanne, 罗玉珍?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah.
please continue. If children walk to.
Okay, if children walk to school in the morning, they have no safe place to cross this road. In my opinion, this is really dangerous. I believe there are two things the local government needs to do. First, they should build a pedestrian crossing near the school, or children can cross safely. Second, they need to do something to reduce the traffic to stop so many cars using this road. Maybe they can build another road nearby.
But
okay, but there's also something we can do. We need to write a letter to the local government to tell them about the problem. I really hope that they listen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, have you prepared for your speech, Joanne?
Okay.
Have you prepared for your speech?
Not yet.
You are the next week or 2 weeks later.
Okay.
But which week will you present?
Maybe I will introduce myself or talk some habits.
Good. So, Joanne, would you like to present next week or 2 weeks later?
I think you have the arrange my in the next week.
Oh, next week, good.
Yeah.
So that's January 13th. Okay, good. I'm so looking forward to it. Enjoy.
Okay. Thank you.
我们今天会学就是一些比较简单的 model， 那你就可以稍微像它其实这个都不会很难，我们不需要很难的字，我们只需要很动人的故事就可以了。然后那些很难的单字其实就不需要，就是很简单，很有诚意，大家都可以感受到。Thank you, Joanne. Talk to you later. 好，我们希望我们都有能力，就是可以讲这样一篇，那是真的。在我的观察，大家都很厉害。好，我们要再练习一个107页。好，数 ，please read after me。107页的 presentation 3。Ago， 之前嘛，哈，譬如说 2 years ago。Beach， best， didn't， in， largest， most， white， stayed， two， was， were。好，请大家把它填进去。I would like to invite the friends to continue. So Joanna, are you here? 右贤。And Joyce, do you have microphone?
I'm here.
Joyce, are you Joyce? Yes. Can you read the first one for me?
I would like to talk to you about the most amazing place great.
嗯
I
have
have
ever
I've
visited.
ever visited the Great Barrier Reef. Is the largest coral reef system in the world.
大堡礁哈 Great Barrier Reef is the largest. And continue. In the world, right?
But,
Now
in
continue.
the world,
It stretches.
it stretches for more than 3,000 kilometers of the eastern coast of Australia.
它
You
延
can
伸
even
好，等一下哈，stretches 延伸，它延伸了2300 kilometers 哈公里，在澳洲。Continue. You can
even see it from back. I went there with my best friend about 2 years ago. We both really love diving.
diving
哦
潜水，继续。So this was
So this was our dream holiday.
very good. Thank you,
We-
Joyce. 哎，可以了。
Okay.
好，因为我第2次叫你，怕你太累。好，它是我们的 dream holiday， 我们的梦想中的 holiday was 用过去式。好，再请一个同学 ，Cindy 郑信丽在吗？
有在。
Continue. We stayed.
We stayed in a hotel on Heron
Island.
Island, which is just off the coast. It's a beautiful place. The best thing about the island was that we didn't need to take a boat to visit the reef. The reef was right there, just off the beach. We saw some amazing things while we were diving. There were so many different kinds of colorful fish. We even saw a sea snake that swam very close to us. To be honest, I was quite scared. The only bad thing about my trip was that it's much too short. We stayed for 3 days and spent most of our time in the water. I'd like to go back again and maybe go diving in a different place. Thanks for listening.
Great. Cindy, when will you present? Next week or? Next week. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Cindy, your English is very good. And so according to this, her presentation is about Great Barrier Reef 大堡礁. You even can see this reef from space. 你从太空站也可以看到这个大堡礁。So you know how huge it is. 所以你在那边玩就是也不用坐船，因为大堡礁就在海边。That's really nice. Very beautiful place. 所以呢，我们想要休息回来，我们希望有时间呢多练习 presentation。好，31分回来 ，see you later. Hello everyone, please come back. Please look at page 75, 75页 presentation 2. I would like to invite Sue read after me. 好 after watch quickly expensive fun health heavy many much play,
play,
talk,
talk,
tell.
tell.
好，请同学把它填下去。So, Green 杨文成。Hi, Yang Wen-Chan. Hi, Green, would you please read for me? I'd like to
talk to you about a new piece of technology, a virtual reality handset. How many of you have one? Not so many. Well, I bought mine around a month ago, and I use it quite a lot. First, I'd like to tell you about the good point. I use it mainly to play video games. It makes the games much more fun. It feels very realistic and is amazing when you first try it. I also use it to watch films, which is really cool. There are some bad points, so I'm not sure if it's good for my health or not. Sometimes, after I use it for a long time, I feel a little dizzy for a while. It's also quite heavy, so it's little uncomfortable to wear for a long time. It was expensive, it too, nearly 500, and there aren't many games for it right now. So I
recommend it. 我会推荐吗？
I'd say no, not yet. I think it's best to wait for the price to come
down.
Price to come down, and for the technology to improve. But I think this will happen very quickly. Thank you very much.
很好哎，Green 很棒哦，你刚好已经帮我们演讲了，Thank you。所以这是一个很简单的可以自我介绍的，所以希望大家学起来。好，那我们大家再翻到43页，请素再跟我念一下，好来 ，tell。 work, favorite, much, people, goes, works, name. 好，1分钟。好，我们请 Area 在吗 ？Erica， 张金文在吗？
在。
好，Would you please read for me? Hi.
Hi, my name's Paula. I'd like to tell you a bit about my brother Zach. He is 21 and he's a university student. He also works part-time as a barista. The play isn't great and the pay isn't great, and he said it's hard work, but he really enjoys it. He also really loves fashion and shopping for clothes. He goes shopping every weekend, and his favorite shop is Uniqlo. He has an interesting hobby too. He's an actor for a local theater group. He really loves acting. He says it's fun and he meets a lot of people. One day, he'd like to write his own place. Okay, so that's my brother Zach. Thank you so much for listening.
Your English is very beautiful. Thank you. Can you
Thank
tell
you.
me a little bit more about, you can choose friend or your brother and use this model. Okay, can you use this model to tell a story about your friend or your brother or sister or, okay. You can say hi. Okay. Can you try? We can try together. Think about some person, someone you want to talk.
我现在没想到。
Do you have sister or brother?
I have one sister.
Okay, you can say,
And,
hi, my
and
name
she,
is Erica, and
oh,
I would like to tell you a little bit about my sister. Okay. 不用说真的了，就加造句就好，不要把他的秘密都讲出来。Okay.
Hi, my name is Erica. I'd like to tell you a bit about my sister. She don't have English name. I don't know.
It's all
She's
right.
English name. And she is 35 years old. And she is married. She have a son. And I love they very much. And
what does she do every day? Does she work?
yeah, she works. She is work in Miaoli. Yes. And Joseph.
Does she like shopping?
Yeah, she likes shopping online.
Oh, okay.
Online.
And does she like to work, like to do exercise?
No, she doesn't like.
So what does she like to do if she has time? Like play with the child?
Yes, play with her child.
Yeah.
It's her son.
So
Yes.
does she visit you often?
Pardon. Sorry.
Does she visit you often?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So when you want to introduce a person and people are curious about what does she do, what does she what does she like to do, and does she work, what kind of work, and what kind of personality, and does she spend time with you, something like that. So you can learn some vocabulary from here. Actually, not very difficult, but thank you. See you later. 好，我们今天学了4种 presentation， 然后呢，其实都很简单。当你真的要传达讯息，最重要不是很难的单字，而是呢用字准确，然后意思很清楚，这样就可以了。So now we will try to practice some sentences we just learned today. 我们今天有学到很多单字，来学单字造句。134页的地方呢，有好多单字哈。首先我示范一下，我们不一定要讲全世界的洗手日，可是我们可以用这些单字呢，在我们的日常生活，然后造句。For example，第5行的 regularly， 那我就会用在我的生活，就说 I don't do exercise regularly. I only do exercise once a week. 好，我没有那么经常，但是我大概是1个礼拜做1次。好，然后 these two 呢，导致我们可以造句说，the air pollution leads to a lot of problems and disease。空气污染呢，导致了很多的问题，还有疾病。leads to。好，再来第二段的第二行 ，invention。What is the best invention for you in the world？ 全世界呢最棒的发明是什么呢？对你来说，这样就是一个很有趣的问题。其实这个问题就可以交新朋友、旧朋友都很有趣。我想说，每一个人的最棒的 invention 发明物呢都不太一样，然后呢，他们的 reasons 也不一样，所以呢，你就可以 ask，why do you say so？ 然后他就可以解释，所以这是一个很有趣的绘画。虽然有时候你也没想过全世界最好的发明是什么，但是你可以开始想啊。再来，第二段的第4行 ，have a huge impact on， 有一个很大的影响。譬如说，他讲到呢 ，washing your hands with soap can have a huge impact on reducing flu。非常简单啊，你就说戴口罩，把它套上去 ，wearing a mask。can have a huge impact on reducing flu。因为呢，疫情，所以我们开始戴口罩。我发现这个学期我都没有感冒过，因为以前都会被学生感染，所以我觉得，wearing a mask 真的可以 reduce disease flu。好，所以我们就可以活用这些单字哦。你再来造个句子 ，prevent，好 ，prevent getting vaccinated 打疫苗 ，getting vaccinated can prevent people from getting sick。所以呢，打疫苗可以预防人们感染疾病，是不是很快呢？再一遍 ，getting vaccinated，V-A-C-C-I-N-A-T-E-D。Getting vaccinated prevents people from getting sick and keeps people healthy。哎，是不是很快就可以造句了？最后一行 frequently。If you do exercise frequently, you can get healthy。经常运动会更健康。右边 due to 加一个名词 ，due to the heavy rain, our party is cancelled。由于很大的雨，我们的 party 取消了。Due to the heavy rain, our party is cancelled。再看到第三行 routine，I try to make doing exercise a routine in my daily life。我试着让做运动变成我每天的惯例。Habits, keeping good habits is very important when you are a child。当你很小的时候，你就要保持很好的习惯 ，keeping good habits。好，所以你看造句是不是不难呢？我们现在开放给同学造句，放在右边，放在我们的绘画里面。请造3个句子就好了，最好呢能够好像有点关联，那就更棒了，好像在讲一个故事一样。Good, thank you。好，各位同学请回来一下。 我们呢要看153页。好，请看153页的地方12。我们要看一下这个，等一下呢我们会有字幕，所以我们看一下单字，请看154页。好，没有很多的单字 ，So would you please read after me?
Sure.
Preventable.
Preventable.
可预防的哈，可预防的。再来第3行的地方 ，determined.
Determined.
有决心的。Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
拉肚子。Pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
肺炎。第5行 ，innovation。第6行，innovation。
Innovation.
革命或革新。第3部分 Part 3，第2行 make the biggest impact coming。
Make a big impact coming.
make the biggest impact coming。第 Part 3有没有
Part 3. OK.
所以呢，这就是我们要让最大的影响发生。好，wait for me。
Now imagine that 60 planes full of babies and under 5
So can you hear
crash
the?
every.
So can you hear the? Can you watch the YouTube?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. 好，那虽然是英文字幕，大家都没有问题，因为其实单字很少。那你要看，它都有字幕。好 ，we will talk about that later.
So imagine that a plane is about to crash with 250 children and babies. And if you knew how to stop that, would you? Now imagine that 60 planes full of babies and under 5 crash every single day. That's the number of kids that never make it to their 5th birthday. 6.6 million children.
没有办法活到5岁。
Planes full of babies and under 5 crash every single day. That's the number of kids that never make it to their 5th birthday. 6.6 million children never make it to their 5th birthday. Most of these deaths are preventable. And that doesn't just make me sad. It makes me angry. And it makes me determined. Diarrhea and pneumonia are amongst the top 2 killers of children under 5. And what we can do to prevent this disease isn't some smart, new technological innovations. It's one of the world's oldest inventions. Bar of soap. Washing hands with soap, a habit we all take for granted, can reduce diarrhea by half, can reduce respiratory infections by 1/3. Hand washing with soap can have an impact on reducing flu, trachoma, SARS, and most recently, in the case of cholera and Ebola outbreak, one of the key interventions is hand washing with soap. Hand washing with soap keeps kids in school. It stops babies from dying. Hand washing with soap is one of the most cost-effective way of saving children's life. It can save over 600,000 children every year. That's the equivalent of stopping 10 jumbo jets full of babies and children from crashing every single day. I think you'll agree with me that that's a pretty useful public health intervention. So now, just take a minute. I think you need to get to know the person next to you. Why don't you just shake their hands? Please shake their hands. All right, get to know each other. They look really pretty. All right. So what if I told you that the person whose hands you just shook actually didn't wash their hands when they were coming out of the toilet? They don't look so pretty anymore, right? Pretty yucky, you would agree with me. Well, statistics are actually showing that 4 people out of 5 don't wash their hands when they come out of the toilet, globally. And the same way we don't do it when we've got fancy toilets, running water, and soap available, it's the same thing in the countries where child mortality is really high. What is it? Is there no soap? Actually, soap is available. In 90% of households in India, 94% of households in Kenya, you will find soap. Even in countries where soap is the lowest, like Ethiopia, we're at 50%. So why is it? Why aren't people washing their hands? Why is it that Mayank, this young boy that I met in India, isn't washing his hands? Well, in Mayank's family, soap is used for bathing, soap is used for laundry, soap is used for washing dishes. His parents think sometimes it's a precious commodity, so they'll keep it in a cupboard. They'll keep it away from him so he doesn't waste it. On average, in Mayank's family, they will use soap for washing hands once a day, at the very best, and sometimes even once a week for washing hands with soap. What's the result of that? Children pick up disease in the places that's supposed to love them and protect them the most, in their homes. Think about where you learn to wash your hands. Did you learn to wash your hands at home? Did you learn to wash your hands in school? I think behavioral scientists will tell you that it's very difficult to change the habits that you have had early in life. However, we all copy what everyone else do, and local cultural norms are something that shape how we change our behavior. And this is where the private sector comes in. Every second, in Asia and Africa, mothers buy, 111 mothers will buy this bar to protect their family. Many women in India will tell you they learned all about hygiene, diseases from this bar of soap, from Lifebuoy brand. Iconic brands like this ones have a responsibility to do good in the places where they sell their products. It's that belief, plus the scale of Unilever, that allows us to keep talking about hand washing with soap and hygiene to these mothers. Big businesses and brands can change and shift those social norms and make a difference for those habits that are so stubborn. Think about it. Marketeers spend all the time making us switch from one brand to the other. And actually, they know how to transform science and facts into compelling messages. Just for a minute, imagine when they put all their forces behind a message as powerful as hand washing with soap. The profit motive is transforming health outcomes in this world. But it's been happening for centuries. The Lifebuoy brand was launched in 1894 in Victorian England to actually combat cholera. Last week, I was in Ghana with the Minister of Health, because if you don't know, there's a cholera outbreak in Ghana at the moment. 118 years later, the solution is exactly the same. It's about ensuring that they have access to this bar of soap and that they're using it, because that's the #1 way to actually stop cholera from spreading. I think this drive for profit is extremely powerful, sometimes more powerful than the most committed charity or government. Government is doing what they can, especially in the term of pandemics and epidemics, such as cholera or Ebola at the moment. But with competing priorities, the budget is not always there. And when you think about this, you think about what is required to make hand washing a daily habit. It requires sustained funding to refine this behavior. In short, those that fight for public health are actually dependent upon the soap companies to keep promoting hand washing with soap. We have friends like USAID, the Global Public-Private Partnership for Hand Washing with Soap, London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, Plan, WaterAid, that all believe for a win-win-win partnership. Win for the public sector, because we help them reach their targets. Win for the private sector, because we build new generations of future hand washers. And most importantly, win for the most vulnerable. On the 15th of October, we will celebrate Global Hand Washing Day. School, communities, our friends in the public sector, and our friends in the private sector. Yes, on that day, even our competitors, we all join hands to celebrate the world's most important public health intervention. What's required, and again, where the private sector can make a huge difference, is coming up with this big creative thinking that drives advocacy. If you take our Help a Child Reach 5 campaign, we've created great films that bring the message of hand washing with soap to the everyday person in a way that can relate to them. We've had over 30 million views. Most of these discussions are still happening online. I urge you to take 5 minutes and look at those films. I come from Mali, one of the world's poorest countries. I grew up in a family where every dinner conversation was around social justice. I trained in Europe's premier school of public health. I think I'm probably one of the only women in my country with this high degree of health, and the only one with a doctorate in hand washing with soap. 9 years ago, I decided, with a successful public health career in the making, that I could make the biggest impact coming, selling and promoting the world's best invention in public health, soap. We run today the world's largest hand washing program by any public health standards. We've reached over 183 million people in 16 countries. My team and I have the ambition to reach 1 billion by 2020. Over the last 4 years, business has grown double digits, whilst child mortality has reduced in all the places where soap use has increased. It may be uncomfortable for some to hear business growth and life saved somehow equated in the same sentence. But it is that business growth that allows us to keep doing more. Without it, and without talking about it, we cannot achieve the change that we need. Last week, my team and I spent time visiting mothers that have all experienced the same thing, the death of a newborn. I'm a mom. I can't imagine anything more powerful and more painful. This one is from Myanmar. She had the most beautiful smile. The smile, I think, that life gives you when you've had a second chance. Her son, Mio, he's her second one. She had a daughter who passed away at 3 weeks. And we know that the majority of children that actually die in the first month of their life. And we know that if we give a bar of soap to every skilled birth attendant, and that soap is used before touching the babies, we can reduce and make a change in terms of those numbers. And that's what inspires me. Inspires me to continue in this mission. To know that I can equip her with what's needed so that she can do the most beautiful job in the world, nurturing her newborn. And next time you think of a gift for a new mom and her family, don't look far. Buy her a soap. It's the most beautiful invention in public health. I hope you will join us and make hand washing part of your daily lives and our daily lives, and help more children like Mio reach their 5th birthday. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I'm very surprised about, first, so many babies cannot make their 5th birthday. 没有办法过第5个生日. That's the first surprising thing. And second, buying soaps can be a very good activity in the future for giving gifts. So soaps can be good gifts in Taiwan, we don't have problem with soaps, but we still need to keep the habits to wash hands with soap. Third, I'm so surprised about her nationality. She said she's from Mali. If you watch international news, you will understand Mali is a very chaotic country， 是一个非常混乱的国家，常常会有炸弹爆炸。So why I'm very impressed with Mali is because when I study in Australia, I visit my friends in Sydney。在雪梨有一个朋友，然后呢，他是志工，他都是难民的志工。So her name is Katie. So Katie is an Australian girl, and she is Christian. She is helping refugees in Sydney. 她在雪梨呢帮助难民做一些活动。So actually in Australia, there are some refugees live in Sydney. 虽然雪梨很贵，可是呢，这样当时10几年前的政府呢，是把难民放在雪梨的郊区。For example, you take a train for 40 minutes or 15 minutes to Sydney， 大概是50分钟到雪梨的 Opera House 的地方。然后so Katie brought me to the Mali's friend， 他就带我去看他的朋友，就是来自马利的朋友。And Katie bought some watermelon and some fruits to visit them。所以呢，他就准备了一些，他就买了一些水果。那我就觉得哇，原来 Australia 人呢去拜访朋友也都会买一些吃的。Very surprisingly, these refugees live in an apartment and quite clean and beautiful. 其实不是你想象的难民营，他们已经10几年前就来了，所以他们住在一个公寓里面，那个公寓里面是有电梯的。When I arrived, and the friend is about 20-something years old mother， 差不多20几岁的妈妈 with 3 kids, and also her husband and her mother-in-law， 还有她的婆婆和先生，还有小孩在家。And so first I thought refugee 难民 can be dirty, hungry， 可能是很饿很穷 ，but actually they look quite well。在那个公寓里面呢，他们都弄得很干净。And so but it's very interesting. After Katie gave them watermelon， 因为那个西瓜都削好了 ，they put in a bowl， 好像一个大碗 ，and put on the floor， 放在地上。我从来没有想过他们把食物放在地上，然后呢，他们有椅子，可是我们就坐在地上吃西瓜。Also, they bring some desserts， 他们也带一些点心给我们吃。And they are so friendly, and they can speak English well。因为会逃到 Australia 的难民，其实他们是有钱人，穷的人家根本逃不出来。他们应该有付人蛇那些偷渡的钱。所以呢 one more surprising thing just happened while we are talking and eating, and suddenly one gentleman rang the bell， 就按门铃。然后呢，有一个 gentleman， 一个 young gentleman visit them. She is the math teacher of her son， 他儿子的数学家教。So I was so surprised. I thought refugee and tutor， 其实难民也会请家教的，是不是非常的惊讶呢？而且他们非常注重教育哦，请家教来教他儿子数学。所以想到 refugee 其实都不是你想象的，有很多种 refugee， 然后他们住的房子都还不错。 And so that I started to think about, oh, maybe that was my mistake to think a refugee should be in this way. Maybe there are so many ways that refugee people can survive and try to improve their life. And so after we visit them, since their math teacher is teaching the sons, so we shouldn't talk too loudly. So Katie say she want us to stay longer. Katie 非常的喜欢这些 refugee， 她非常有爱心，她都会主动的跟他们做朋友。However, I live in Newcastle, not Sydney, so I had to take a train. 我必须要去坐火车了，因为太晚。And surprisingly, that Katie asked for a scarf. 她请那个朋友给她一个围巾，她要把头包起来。因为我还没有形容那个车站的样子，真的好让我大开眼界。因为想说雪梨我去那么多次了，就应该没什么好惊讶。原来离雪梨呢的40-50分钟火车的车程呢，其实是一个郊区，然后呢很多很多的外国人，不一定是难民，特别是中东人，那一站是中东人，所以在那个火车站一下火车，你就会看到很多种什么土耳其软糖，然后呢阿富汗的那个干的饼干，那个面包饼干，各式各样的中东美食就在火车站前面，然后我才知道说，原来雪梨不是只有这样，它还有好多地方我没有去过。但是呢，很重要的是，因为中东人太多了，虽然呢我们不是中东人，但是他们不知道。所以最好你还是在黄昏的时候呢，最好还是把脸盖起来，就是稍微盖一下，盖到脸就好了。然后不要穿无袖的衣服，不要穿太短。但是我以前没想那么多。I thought this is Australia, not Middle East, not Muslim country. But still, you need to be very careful because this is a specific areas which is full of Middle East people. And very possible that they still think in the traditional way. 他们仍然觉得很传统。所以黄昏的时候呢 ，Katie 呢就跟他借那个 scarf 来盖一下头。那我觉得那 Katie 确实是非常了解每一国的文化，即使他是澳洲人，他还是非常的小心，然后也尊重他们的文化。I think that is the first time I met Maori people. 玛丽的朋友是我这一辈子第一次遇到。我遇到很多很多非洲的朋友，但是这是玛丽的朋友是第一次。I made a lot of friends from Africa in my university. 因为在大学里面就有各国的人了，所以 I make friends with the people from Zimbabwe, Kenya, and also make friends from South Africa, 南非的朋友。所以呢，我也大概知道他们的文化，可是我没有想到呢要这么小心，因为 Mary 是特别算是比较危险的中东的那个伊斯兰国家，所以呢，在国外的时候都要很小心呐，都要很小心，也要注重一下文化，特别是我们两个都是女孩子嘛，所以走在路上还是要小心一下这样子。所以我非常感谢呢 Katie， 她虽然没有教我很多，但是她用她的身教让我去体会说，原来即使是身在澳洲，也要注重每一国的文化，然后也要小心。在每一个城市都会有一些小小的其他城市的国家的人，所以制成了很多次文化，不是不好的文化，是次文化。 所以呢，就会有小中东、小印度，或是小欧洲，或是 Chinatown 我们所熟悉的。那每一个区域的人就制成了一个文化，我们就可以享受美食，可以交朋友，但是在文化上面的举止行为都要非常小心。Thank you. And so, Sue, can I talk to you? Do you understand what I talk about?
Yes. 文化差异。
对 So from my story, what is the most impressive thing for you? 印象比较深刻的是什么呢？
Must will scoff.
I'm very surprised about that. Especially Katie is an Australian girl. So yeah, that's very, very impressive. So Sue, have you ever been to different culture?
Not really. Seldom.
Seldom. 不同的 culture 就有一些不同，在台湾就 culture 都差不多，真的没有差很多，一点都没有差很多。但是在国外就可能你坐了一个火车站，就会有不一样的文化。For example, my friend studied in New York, and she is a Japanese girl. One day, she took a train to back from her university, 从大学回家。However, she fell asleep, so she missed the train station of her home and directly go to the slum, 你知道Brooklyn。所以呢，她因为睡过头，就直接醒过来的时候，突然到了黑人区。所以呢，这个故事告诉我们，绝对不要在国外睡过头。理论上不是会发生什么事，可是，你不知道，就是说，这一个区域里面是不是有一些什么规矩，你也不知道。然后，如果火车里面只有你和一两个人，那就当然要小心啊。尤其是我们就东方人比较没有那么的高大，所以呢，在国外其实我在国外的时候就是非常非常的小心，然后在家里再放松，或是在你的 hotel 再放松，真的常常出国最大的心得就是小心是最好的回家的路虽然我们是去玩，但是也要注意安全。And so we will review a little bit vocabulary. 155页哈，Sue，好 ，preventable。What is preventable？ 什么事情是可以 prevent？Flu 是流行感冒吗？Flu。OK，那我们就造一个句子哈。如果我们打 flu 的疫苗叫 vaccinated，get vaccinated。好，你跟我念 ，If we get vaccinated of flu。
If we get vaccinated flu.
Flu is preventable.
Flu is preventable.
是可以预防的。再来看这个字就常常出现了 determined.
Determined.
For example, I'm determined to learn English. So OK, 你先说。I
am determined to learn English.
So I talk to myself in English.
So I talk to myself English.
所以我跟自己讲话是讲英文。当我要学英文的时候，然后呢 I listen to English.
I listen to English.
I watch English movies.
I watch English movies.
I write English letters.
I write English letters.
I use ATM in English.
I use ATM in English.
你知道你要去领钱的时候，他会问你要英文或中文，对不对？你就选英文。我就疯了，其实就全部都用英文，然后我就把我的手机设定成英文，我的软体、我的电脑英文这样子，所以就一定会学英文啊，连所有的指示令都是英文。So if you are determined to do something, you can figure out many methods. 好，谢谢各位。